What up guys, good morning and welcome back. So today I do have a review for you guys, but real quick, one update. I'm intending to add Black Ship by Flagship Pomade Company to the approved list tonight, hopefully around like 9 p.m. Pacific time. And that's just what I'm hoping, as long as USPS delivers. If they do, then we will be able to have it available to you guys tonight. But other than that, today we'll be looking at the latest addition to the Mailroom Barber line, which is a series of natural pomades ranging from light, medium hold. And today we'll be looking at the heavy hold. And specifically because I'm going to get a haircut soon, so I figured the medium and the light would be better then once I actually get a haircut. But for now, since I have a lot of mess to deal with, I think the heavy hold would be the best one to review right now. So we'll start off the review, of course, by looking at the jar. This is the Mailroom Barber Company Natural Pomade Triple X for the heavy hold. And so it's in the same design style as the rest of their line, especially in comparison to the classic pomade. So you have a clear label, white print, in an amber glass jar. And technically it's officially weighed at 3.5 ounces. And then the ingredients you have here on the back side, which is the main distinction from this pomade and this entire natural pomade line versus the classic pomade. So this one went the entire, the whole hydrogenated castor route versus the classic pomade, which has the white petroleum, lanolin, and beeswax. And so that's the primary difference. There is a definite ingredient change. And opening it up, you see the product inside, and it began to resemble many of the other homebrew oil bases we've seen. And that hydrogenated castor oil movement is primarily what we see in the homebrew market now. And so we'll go ahead and start using the product now. The scent of this pomade is also officially cedar and sandalwood. And it is much so. I mean, you do see, you do smell the cedar notes. And kind of at the base, you kind of feel that sandalwood. And so it's a nice kind of bark forest type of scent. But it's nice. And so in comparison to the classic pomade, which we reviewed a long time ago, or also in comparison to the Node Forest, we expect this pomade to be slightly cleaner in feel. We notice out with a lot of the hydrogenated castor oil homebrew products, they get a lot cleaner just in the way they feel in your hair, the way they feel against your scalp or your neck whenever or if they ever get there. And of course with the heavy hold, we find it pretty difficult to apply right now, or rather scoop out of the jar. This is typical with many homebrew heavy holds. I mean, we always prefer it to be easy to work with, but that's always just a hope. And also this is the top layer, so often we find it difficult to break through the top layer, and that is the case with this product. Go ahead and break it down now. And it's actually breaking into a nice good paste. I don't see any wax beads at all, which is really nice and actually really impressive. And I did notice that the ingredients list from this pomade is unusually more complicated than in comparison to other homebrewed products, which is interesting. It's not bad, it's not good either, not until we figure out how this thing works, but it's just interesting. And so at least it's more exciting to see how it performs, because we can't already compare it to something else that's already on the market. But so far I actually really like it. I mean, it feels really clean, which is all I ever really want out of an oil-based pomade, because the style and characteristics of oil-based pomade, unless you're really bad, they don't really change much. I mean, they're always going to be pretty solid, pretty predictable, pretty standard. And so if that's going to be to some extent similar between oil-based pomades, then what we care about is the scent and also how clean it feels in your hair. That's one of the big issues with oil-based pomades. They just get a little too greasy and they feel a little too heavy in your hair.
And we'll also have to determine whether this is a heavy hold or a firm hold product. Because right now, I don't really feel much of a weight. I feel definitely like a firmness to it. And so we'll also make that distinction. The distinction isn't too, I don't want to say not popular, but it hasn't been really followed up in the homebrewer market yet to make the distinction between like a heavy hold versus a strong or a firm hold. But we'll go ahead and make that distinction here. So I've actually taken 3 really small scoops, and I just need to make sure I apply to near the roots on this one, and after that should be good. Feels like a really solid, strong product, and like, damn, most comparable to like Sheer Revival Music or Misery, which is an exceptional product. So we'll see how this one performs. Alright, so with that applied, we'll go ahead and start slicking everything back. Everything's slicking back real clean. I mean, the comb goes through smoothly, but you do feel like the firmness as you go through. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start styling. And we'll go ahead and call it done there. I mean, in all honesty, I haven't styled my hair in like a week because of like the rain, and also specifically because like the new puppy. Just don't have the time, literally. And so, damn, it's nice to have a Pomp again. This pomade definitely, like, I would say not a strong hold, but like a firm hold. And the weight pushes more of a, yeah, medium heavy. Like, it is a solid product for sure. Like, it's like you feel it. Like, versus Music of Misery, which is like kind of light and really strong, a really good optimization of like strength and weight. But this pomade is like more what we typically expect from like an oil-based pomade, where it's just like straight up solid, like just sturdy. And so, like, out of the jar, it's initially difficult to scoop out, especially that top layer because it's so waxy. Applying it is, you still feel that grip, but still easy. Not as bad as some of the other heavy holds we've seen. Combing it through is still much easier. You do feel that grip from that wax. That's like just what you expect from a heavy hold product. But then you go to shine. The shine is like, I would say, a notch above neutral. Just a little bit of shine. Whereas the slickness is definitely there. I mean, it's hard to not get that from an oil-based pomade. The strength is definitely like present as well. Like, you have what you need. I would say like a firm to strong along that line. The weight itself is definitely like a medium heavy, like definitely pretty solid. And so with the weight and the strength, like, we get kind of predictable control, something what we're used to with an oil-based pomade. Not necessarily like the epitome of like pomade in general, but just really what you expect, what you kind of are familiar with when it comes to an oil-based pomade. And so we'll go throughout the whole day and talk about endurance and restylability and other characteristics then. What up, guys? I'm back, and let's talk about the hair. So as you can see, I mean, we still have the general shape. You definitely see a lot more sagging, the height, and kind of just the wax content. The wax is still here. Like, compared to other oil bases, like, it did a good job. It's resilient. It's still here. But of course, we do lose a good amount of hold throughout the day. The product is still here. It didn't really kind of evaporate or go away, but like, it kind of loses its strength. And this is something we see a lot in other oil-based pomades. But as I said before, like, the pomade feels solid. It's like there. It's a heavy hold as marketed by the mailroom barber. I would describe it as like a firm hold with a medium weight, medium to heavy. And so your pomp is just really just solid, really sturdy. And so, like, it has good endurance. There's no doubt about that. Restylability, it stays soft, it stays malleable. and the wax stays present. I mean, you lose a little bit of hold, but the wax is still present. And so endurance and restylability are good, are comparable to other oil-based pomades, slightly like better than like the basic ones. But yeah, let's see what else we want to talk about. Also, the scent is like still there, only like really close to like the hair, only like really not kind of pushing too much out. It's like essentially gone. Like if you were like another person, then you probably won't smell it. Also, I know this pomade is marketed as like a one shower thing. All of the mailroom barbers oil based pomades are marketed as a one shower thing. I haven't really met anyone who has really like validated or been like, yes, it washes out in one go like a water based pomade. Because I mean, I haven't had experienced it that way either. So it takes me about 2 showers to get it out. I mean, if you're like super aggressive and you shampoo, rinse in one shower, then yeah, you can get it out, but that's not really one shower. And so, I mean, it's easy to get out, but I wouldn't say one shower. And overall, like, it's not a greasy pomade at all. Yes, it's an oil-based pomade, but it's actually pretty clean. It doesn't bother me at all. And so that's something I really like about like this pomade, the Sheer Rival Music of Misery, and some of the other new like homebrewed oil-based pomades. They're a lot cleaner than what we typically expected from an oil-based pomade like a year or two ago. But yeah, so out of the entire like line of the Maroon Barber, like right now I would prefer like the Heavy Hold, the Triple X. This is in comparison to like Node Force or the classic pomade, and especially over the classic pomade. Like that one like was your standard greasy petroleum like oil-based pomade. It's not something I would ever really use. But this one is a lot cleaner, more hold, about the same weight, a better scent, and just cleaner overall. So this would be the superior choice. And of course, we have our promo code for you guys, the Pomp, all caps, for any of the Maroon Barber products. So feel free to use that, save some money if you want to check this one out or some of the other products. Other than that, we also have in the near future, we're going to review the other 2 new products, the medium and light, along with flagship and submersible, and also the new Blue Man original pomade. Or not pomade, original product, whatever, I forgot what it's called. But we're looking at a bunch of products in the near future. So keep posted and take care, guys.